Kia ora koutou and welcome to NZMUC Division 2 2022. It's fantastic to be back here after the 2021 tournament was cancelled amidst rising COVID cases. We are in beautiful Tauranga at Gordon Spratt Reserve. It's a beautiful day, sun is shining after rain and thunderstorms across the country, so that's great to see. There is a little bit of wind, it's quite swirly, so we might be expecting to see some zones coming out from these two teams. So introducing our two teams, in the light we have Donut. This team is all 18 or under, and they're up against Mauao Mounties from Tauranga. Mauao Mounties sending the pool down, so we'll have Donut on offense. And here we go, we've got a side stack. Miscommunication on the team, not uncommon in the first game of the tournament with jitters. Here at Donut, they're looking for an option, found one, but it goes high. Oh, nicely backed up by another player, but not enough. It's back in the hands of Mauao Mounties, swinging to the middle of the field. And here we go, it's a big throw, but didn't quite, but comes down in the hands of Donut. But disc in the middle of the field, looking comfortable in the hands of Donut and moving across the field. Looked off, it goes high, it's hanging this time for defense to get under it, but comes down in the hands of number 5, Ethan Craddock. Along the sidelines, nice hands there, it's a floating pass, and that's in. First point to Donut. More info about the teams. Donut comes from Auckland. They're all 18 or under, most of them having come through the under-20s program. So they'll be riding high off their recent success in the Trans-Tasman Series against Australia. Mauao Mounties are from Tauranga and the Mount. Talking to them, they're basing their game off their team values, which is having fun, being optimistically supportive and showing some grit. Continuation. Goes up the sideline, but D'd by number 21. Toby Fleming. A pick has been called for those new to the sport. That is when a player has been stopped from following their man due to another player being in the way. The defender who was blocked now gets a chance to catch up before the disc comes back in. And the disc is in. They're trying to get it to the middle. The option's not quite there. Okay, they swing. Someone on the far side. Oh, Mounties really putting the pressure on. Who's going to get there first? Oh, and what a bid. Disc line. So they'll be looking to get the disc into a... That brings us to 1-1. So we'll have Mauao Mounties pulling. I think they've got the slightly upwind pull. Down, get their defense on before Donut have a chance. Donut gets it up the sideline. Mauao Mounties putting lots of pressure on, and it comes off. They've got the turn. We've got Tink putting a nice throw to number 55. They're looking for the swing. Donut's really putting the defense on, and what a run-through grab. Goes up the sideline. Swings back to the middle, across, nice high catch. At the sideline, oh, but goes a little bit high, hard catch, and that will be Mauao Mounties picking up on the sideline. Number 55, Jordan Campbell with the disc. He's looking to get it off the sideline. Swings to the middle to Annalise. Goes up, number 20. Continuing up and across that field, looking for the sideline. Donut don't look like they're able to stop this momentum. It goes up, comes down safely in the hands of Mauao Mounties. And what a beautiful crossfield put. It's floating. Can they get there in time? And that's a point to Mauao Mounties. Beautiful crossfield pass from Campbell and coming down safely in the corner of the end zone, miles away from the defense. So now the teams have had a couple of points to settle in. It'll be interesting to see whether they stick with the person defense that both teams have been doing, or if they're going to look to try something new. We heard from Mauao Mounties that they thought the wind might be a good time to pull out their zone, so we'll see what happens throughout the rest of the game. And the pull comes up from Nikki White. It's rolling. Mauao Mounties get it to Donut get it to the middle of the field. Through the middle. Oh, and that's a good D, good vision from number 27, Nikki White, to look and see the disc had gone up. So we've got Nikki White picking up. She's got a nice swing off. Through the middle. Oh, nice backup. Disc goes up the sideline. Swung to the middle. They're looking big. It goes up. It's sitting, the wind's under that. We've got Nikki White underneath. Comfortably brings it down. What a good read in this tricky wind. Mauao Mounties will be celebrating that break. And I think that's bookend. She got the D, she got the score. Both teams talking on the line, trying to figure out what their next move is going to be. We've got number 66 pulling. That's Annalise Pooley, also known as Tink. Pull goes up. Mauao Mounties really putting the pressure on, getting down there fast before Donuts had a chance to set up. And it looks like we're going to see the first zone play. Disc goes up. And Donut come down with it. Shoulder to shoulder. And let's look at that again. Disc goes up, it sits high, giving both the offense and the defense a chance to get under it. Comes down in the hands of number 13 from Donut, Max Stevenson. 2-3. Donut will be happy that they've broken Mauao's momentum. Got Mauao Mounties bringing the cheer on the sideline, trying to inspire their teammates on the field to keep working hard, to show that grit they were talking about in their team values. We've got a hand up from Mauao Mounties. They're wanting Donut ready. They're wanting to keep the pace of the game up. The pull goes up. Got Mauao Mounties comfortably in the middle of the field here. There's a zone coming out from Donut. Looks like we've got a three-person zone up front. Looks like a cut. Looks like they're forcing towards this low side. Letting the small passes go, but they've been broken. It goes to the middle. And what a find, threading it through the needle, straight through their cut. Or maybe they're forcing middle, I think, actually, in the zone. Trying to stop that swing, trying to pressure Mauao Mounties to go backwards if they want to reset it. It goes high, oh, and dropped. Donut will be happy that the zone has put the pressure on. Donut picking up, they look to go long, it floats over, a pick has been called. The disc will go back to the thrower, giving the defender a chance to catch up. Discs back in. Donut looking to get it off the sideline. Nice high forehand over the defense, and they're still on their sideline. They'll be looking to get it into the middle, giving themselves more room to play. Swung to the middle. Swings across the field. That's number 99 with the disc. It goes high. Donut managing to get underneath it and bring it down. They're right on the front of the zone. They need to play it patiently now, look for options that are 100%, and it goes to ground. Mauao Mounties to pick up. Discs in, Donut's pulling that same zone again. Forcing middle, trying to make those handlers go backwards. They're going to have to watch the hole that Mauao Mounties found last time. They're going to have to tighten it up. Disc goes long, into the hands of number 84. They're all the way down the field. It's one-on-one. Mauao Mounties bring it down. There's someone in the end zone, but looked off. Mauao Mounties choosing to slow the pace down. Goes backwards a couple of meters. Swung to the middle. Lots of space on this other side. Comes across. Oh, and what a touch by Donut. The wind just held the disc up there, allowing a defender to get underneath. So we've got Donut picking up. They're all the way down by their end zone now, having lost all that territory they just gained before. Disc will be coming in on the sideline, not giving them a lot of space to play with. Through the middle, gets high, gets it, brings it down. Disc's back in the middle. Goes to the side, nice small movement there. Swung back to the middle. Oh, disc goes high, brought down by a backup player. It's good awareness on the field. Disc in number 5, they've gained a lot of ground. They're getting closer and closer to their zone. It's on the sides, not coming up. They're looking for the reset. That's good mark by Mauao Mounties, really putting the pressure on. It goes up the sideline. They're right in front of the end zone. Can they get in this time? And a hammer goes up, received. That's caught by number 7, Noah Hayes. And look at that hammer. It sits a bit low, but they're able to read it, get underneath and pick it up. That brings our score to 3-3 in this closely fought game. Definitely seeing the impact of the wind here, meaning those discs are sometimes floating, sometimes dropping. It's a bit hard to predict, and it's giving the defense a chance to get there, get underneath it, and really putting the pressure on offense to bring it down. In this type of weather, it's really important that the players are watching the disc into their hands, that they're not thinking about their next option, because the wind can just bobble it a little bit and really throw you off your game and lead to a turn. And in a game like this, closely fought, that's the last thing you need. Disc goes up, it's sitting nicely, giving Donut the chance to get down and put the pressure on. Mauao Mounties looking comfortable, moving in amongst their handlers. It's like we're seeing a slightly flatter zone this time, or is it person? Mauao Mounties taking it back to the middle of the field. Goes up the sideline. There's a long option, but she's looked off. Swings back to the middle. Mauao Mounties look like they want to go long, but Donut seem to be covering the long options. Beautiful pass, floating it up, right up in front of the players. Plenty of time for him to run on to, no defense in sight. It's number 34 with the disc. Disc goes in, threaded through defense to number 27. Nikki White, and Mauao Mounties pull into the lead again. So if we look at that point again, it's good vision from, I can't see what number, but threading it through the middle safely. Mauao Mounties are ready, they're waiting for a hand from Donut. Pull goes up, sits nicely, Mauao Mounties working hard to chase it down. Donut immediately gaining pass up the field. Sitting comfortably in the middle, waiting for movement out of their vertical stack. Disc goes up, just floats over the hands of number 10, giving Mauao Mounties a chance to have another shot at their end zone. Long put goes up, it's floating, there's time for anyone to get underneath it, and what a D by Donut. Donut is coming in on the corner of their own zone. That's a tough position to be in. Not a lot of space to play with, and a turn here could mean a point to the other team. Looking for that swing, it doesn't come. Finds an option up the sideline. Nice gaining pass. The disc goes forward. Big put, it goes high. It's dropping and landing out. A foul has been called on the throw. Looks like it's uncontested, so the disc will go back to the thrower. The players will reset to where they were before it happened. And game will restart. So we've got number 13, Max Stevenson with the disc. He's looking for that long option. Finds a gaining pass from the back of the stack. Swung, the swing goes high. Mounties really putting the pressure on. That's number 55, Jordan Campbell. Taken down by 73. She's looking for a swing. It's not there. Goes up high right over the stack. I think that was number 16. Suki Xiao with the D. Jordan Campbell picking up. It goes long. It's floating. Donuts underneath it. And a foul is called. Uncontested. The disc will stay with number 30. No. Uncontested. The disc will stay with number 37 as if he caught it. Patiently. He's not trying to force anything. He's looking for a reset. Goes to number 66. Tink. She's looking for a reset. Finds the hands of Jordan Campbell. He's been a key handler for Mounties so far. Number 13 through the middle. But disc goes to ground. Got Donut in this stack. Got movement on both sides. Oh, nicely caught on the second attempt by number 6. But disc gets thrown away. Mounties have another shot at scoring. We've got a vertical stack. Jordan Campbell, Annalise Pooley handling. Up the sideline, straight in. Oh, slips through their hands. Giving Donut another chance to get it away from their end zone and out of the danger zone. Up the sideline. Donut's looking for the reset. They get it back towards the middle of the field. Got more options on the break side. Just goes high, brought down by Bree. And another turn. Both teams seem to really be feeling the pressure. We've seen quite a few unforced errors on both sides. Mounties swing to the middle. Upwards. It's in the hands of number 13. Oh, and another drop by Mounties. Pick called. It's the second one, third one maybe. When you're playing a vertical stack and you've got all your players close together, these things can happen. Both teams need to be aware and trying to stop it. Disc is up. Safely brought down by number 15, Ashton Reed. Swing sideways. Donut are just a couple meters away from their end zone. Nice through the middle. That's in the hands of number 11, Mitzi Janes. Swings to the middle. Oh, it was a bit far. Kristen Roxburgh not quite able to receive it. Bouncing out of her hand. Mounties picking up. They'll be looking to get it in this time after being so close. 2 drops in the end zone this point. It's on the sideline. And a long put, it's low. Oh, 97 makes an impressive layout bid. Doesn't come down with it this time. That's Anna Rangst. We've got Max Stevenson from Donut picking up. He's been a key handler. Oh, and a nice D by Jordan Campbell. He puts it high and comes down in the hands of, can't see his number. But great vision by Jordan Campbell to get that D and immediately communicate to his team, sending it long to all that space in the end zone. Mauao Mounties will be happy to have that one in the bank after a hard-fought point. Lots of turns by both sides. Mauao Mounties now ahead by 2. So we've seen some zone play from Donut. Will we see a zone in response from Mauao Mounties? The wind is here, it's picking up, it's swirling around, it's certainly making things difficult for the players on the field. Just waiting for that hand from Donut to show that they're ready. Looks like there's a bit of miscommunication about the gender on the field. Donut thinks there should be 4 women. And yep, here we go. Mauao Mounties swapping out. Got the gender pulling rule, so the gender that's in the majority will be the ones having to pull. That's number 27, Nikki White, I think, with the disc. Still waiting for that hand from Donut to show that they're ready. There it is. Disc goes up. It's low, but it's going to roll, giving Mauao Mounties a chance to get down and get their defense on. Number 5 picking up for Donut. Swung to the middle. A long put goes up, another one. It hangs, but comes down in the hands of Donut. Number 7, Noah Hayes. Impressive to bring that down with the pressure of a defender right on his shoulder. Donut have certainly liked their long bids, throws, backing their players to bring it down. Let's see that again. Disc swings to the middle. He looks, it fires up. And there we have 2 players. Noah Hayes having the better read, having the better position, able to box out his man. Even though Donut are making these long throws look easy, you can see the influence of the wind, making that disc turn over just a little bit more, making that catch a little bit harder. Both teams taking their time in between points, figuring out what's going to work best for them in this scenario. Donut are playing with only a roster of 12, so maybe they're using this time to get a break, give their players a rest. Nicely caught by number 4 from Mauao Mounties. Good movement, getting some meters up the field before Donut can be there and have their defense on. Goes up the sideline. They're looking long. Mauao Mounties, it doesn't come off. Up the sideline. That's brought down in the hands of Nikki White. It goes up the sideline again into the end zone. That was a clinical point. Brought down by number 5. Joel Lavadier. That was nice movement up the sideline. A nice floating pass sitting right out in front of him for him to go and collect before his defense could have a bit on it. We'll see it again. Goes up the sideline to Nikki White. He sprints up, sits out right in front of him. His defenders trailing behind, brought down. Mauao Mounties just hanging on to their 2-point lead. Mauao Mounties really showing that they've got the ability to make plays and fast plays and keep moving the disc between players, looking really to get some movement before the defense can become established. Got a hand, disc goes up, but heads out. I think that just shows the influence of the wind. Donut are bricking it. They're choosing to sacrifice some meters up the field to instead have the disc in the middle of the field, giving them more space and more space for their cutters from their vertical stack. Different teams have different opinions on whether you should take the middle of the field or take the meters. Nice hands by number 15, Ashton Reed. Swings back to Max Stevenson. He looks big. We've seen him do big options, but it's not there. Finds number 7. Swings back to number 13. Goes up. Nicely seen by number 15. Oh! Comes down in the hands of Donut, but not without significant pressure from Mauao Mounties. They're slowing the pace down, looking for a swing back to the middle. Number 19 to number 73. Up the sideline, they're just on the edge of the zone, and another pick has been called. Picks are really proving a problem for Donut. If they want to be able to keep their momentum, they're going to need to stop having picks being called. On the edge of the end zone. Patiently, clean option from Max Stevenson to Noah Hayes on the edge of their end zone. We'll see that again. Easy forehand around his defender to Noah Hayes. Donut are really showing that they're going to keep fighting, that they're only down by 2, down by 1 now. They're not out of this game yet. So we have Mauao Mounties coming out on offense. Mauao Mounties looking ready. They're waiting for that pull to come down. Pulls in the hands of Brianna Murgatroyd, getting some tips from her teammate. Goes up, floats nicely, giving her team a chance to get down underneath. That's brought down by Mauao Mounties. Oh, finds ground. Even Nikki White, the cutter who we've seen so much of, is not quite able to get there in time. Donut now on offense. Nice high shot over the defense. It's on the sideline, swings back to the handlers. Oh, and Mauao Mounties were right there, number 4. Really Chris Nixon putting the pressure on that swing pass. And a long one goes up, it's sitting high. Max Stevenson's under it, but Mauao Mounties get there first. What a D. That is the danger of this wind. The disc can just hang there, giving the defense enough time to get underneath it. So that was number 84, Mauao Mounties, Reese Thompson, and what good vision to keep chasing that down, hitting it solidly out of the court. That's going to make Donut rethink their long options. Unfortunately, the upline pass from Mauao Mounties doesn't come off. And they're not stopping Donut from putting another one. 2 players under it, but read best by Noah Hayes. That comes down in the hands of Donut. That brings our score to 6-all as we get closer and closer to half-time. Mauao Mounties taking the field. They're going to need to keep their energy up if they want to get another lead on Donut, who seem to be finding their rhythm a bit more. You can see Donut is still really favouring those long options, but Mauao Mounties are getting closer and closer, putting more and more pressure on each and every one of those throws. And as we saw just in the corner there, they're coming off that D by Reese Thompson, forcing a turn. There's a hand up for Donut. And we've got Brianna Murgatroyd with the pull. It goes high, it's floating. And it comes back towards them. That is the tricky thing about this wind. Jordan Campbell picking the disc up. Finds Nikki White in the middle of the field. And finds him swinging back. Jordan Campbell on his sideline. He's looking downfield. Threads it through to Annalise Pooley. Couple of meters away from their end zone. They need to be patient here. Back to Jordan Campbell. He's got a reset if he needs. Donut putting the pressure on. The swing comes off nicely in the hands of number 4, Braden Fletcher. Finds Timothy in the middle of the field. Ooh, but the throw is just a bit low. There is not enough time for Mauao Mounties to get there. Donut picking up. Mauao Mounties have recognised the long options. They've got a player hanging back, keeping an eye on those deep options. They know it's a threat. They know they need to stop them. Oh, and that's a hand block by Jordan Campbell, but picked up by Noah Hayes. Great reflexes there. It goes high, brought down by number 6. Swung back to the middle, comfortably in the hands of Ethan Craddock. Threads through the middle. Great grab by Brianna. Finds her reset. On the sideline now. Travel called. Disc goes back. We're seeing Donut having to use their reset. Those long options are not as easy, but a hammer goes up. It's floating. Unfortunately, Noah Hayes, receiver of many a long shot, is not quite able to bring it down. It's not often you see a half length of the field hammer, but Donut are really showing that that's the space they want. They want to get it over the defenders. They want to use their athleticism and their reading to bring the disc down every time. Jordan Campbell with the disc for Mauao Mounties. Looks like they're playing a horizontal stack. Finds number 13 in the middle. Oh, disc just slips through the hands of Nikki White. She thinks about if it's a foul or a strip. But no call is made. Coming in on the far sideline for Donut. Swung to the middle of the field. Finds a good gaining pass by number 6. Jess Cook. Oh, but bounces out of the hands of Ethan Craddock. Jordan Campbell picking up. Mauao Mounties really like that fast break, getting movement before Donut can sit on. We've got disc back in the capable hands of Jordan Campbell. He's a key handler for this side. Finds Nikki White in the middle. They're looking long, it's not there. Resets, goes through the middle. Back to Annalise Pooley. She's looking deep in the end zone, and a score. Good vision to see the open player just beyond the stack. We're really seeing that Mauao Mounties like to capitalise off those fast breaks. They like to pick it up before Donut have got there. They like to just kind of move organically where they can, picking up pace. And we're seeing that point again. Brought down by Tink, straight through the middle to the open player. And I think that brings us to half time. Both teams going off the field for a well-deserved break. It's hot out here in Tauranga, and they'll be needing this chance to hydrate, needing this chance to have a chat, figure out what's working for their teams, what's not. And welcome back to the second half of the first game of New Zealand Mixed Ultimate Championships Division 2. We've got Donut facing off Mauao Mounties. Mauao Mounties took half with a 1-point lead at 7, Donut chasing at 6. We've seen two very evenly matched teams so far this game. We'll have Donut pulling, Mauao Mounties coming out on offense, giving them a chance to get a comfortable 2-point lead. We've got the sun glare's gone down a bit, but we've still got that breeze that's making it a little bit tricky, meaning those long shots are rolling over in the air, some throws are going to ground before we can have players underneath them. That's something to watch, that's something the players will have been thinking about in their halftime break. Mauao Mounties first out on the field, they're excited, they're ready to play. Donut with their roster of only 12, looking a little slower, taking a little longer to get to the line. Got number 2. And the pull goes down, received by Mauao Mounties. We're seeing their characteristic quick movement, swinging the disc, and we're seeing a zone coming out from Donut. Looks like an arrowhead zone. Funneled through the middle, nice shot. That's to number 5. And back in the hands of handlers. And another shot. That's good vision by number 15. Adrian, seeing those options, getting it around and even through that arrowhead. Disc goes around, they're gaining meters. Mauao Mountie looking very comfortable against this zone. High disc brought down comfortably by Sam Masters. And through the middle of that arrowhead. Mauao Mountie slowly advancing on their line. Disc goes up, it's sitting high, comfortably in the hands of Adrian. We've seen her fire it through the zone. She chooses to go around this time. Their arrowhead's looking swung out, nice over the top, into the middle, comfortably back to the handlers. And through the middle again, that's number 30. They're looking to the end zone, but it's a drop. That just shows that you cannot lose concentration even for a second in this sport. Donut, they're getting a quick turn. Swing moving a bit amongst their handlers. Disc goes high, comes back down to Max Stevenson after the D. Donut sends it long into the hands of Sam Masters from Mauao Mounties. Mauao Mounties moving it quickly before Donut has a chance to get their defense on. Looks like Donut have gone back to person D. Finds the middle of the field, and despite a bid from Joel Ovidio, the disc goes to ground. Disc is up from Donut. Swung back to the middle. Swings through the middle. Bree comes out despite Nikki White's layout bid. And Donut have it on the far sideline. Swings back to the middle. Donut are looking for a long shot, but it's not coming. Up the sideline. Another pick called. Donut still having a problem with the picks. The disc will go back to the thrower, giving the defense a chance to catch up. The wind's eased off for a second. Doesn't mean it's going to stay that way. Disc is in. Goes to the middle, number 5, Ethan Craddock. Swings. Oh, but what a bid to get it on the second attempt by Ethan Craddock. He's looking for his reset. Mauao Mounties doing a good job of marking it out, forcing Donut backwards. Oh, and it's into the hands of Mauao Mounties. A little high on that pass, but with a defense D like that, you can't be too hard on yourself. Swings across the field. And up. What a shot. Nikki White streaking towards the end zone, but the disc just goes a little too far. Good to see Mauao Mounties challenging Donut, saying, Donut, we can bring a deep game too. You're going to have to work hard to stop that from us. Having some substitutions, I think there was an injury to one of the Donut players. They'll take that hard with their small roster. Mauao Mounties taking the chance to get some fresh legs on the field. Donut picking up. If they continue to play like they have been, they'll be looking for a long shot, trying to get it away from their end zone, away from that danger zone. Disc is in. We've got fast movement from the back of the stack. On the sideline, they can't get it off there. Small swing. Back to the sideline. Max Stevenson, the key handler with the disc, and it goes long. We've got two players underneath. It comes down in the hands of Noah Hayes. We've seen him read it deep before. Actually, is that... Anyway, taking the reset, going back, slowing down their pace. Donut looking for that option, looking to take the time and get it in safely. Disc goes into the corner, it's floating, but drops down on too much of an angle for Donut to chase it down. Mauao Mounties now with the chance to work it up the field. Donut have gone back to playing person defense. Mauao Mounties find a player in the middle of the field. Through the middle. Nice quick movement, offloading it, and back again. Long shot goes up. Adrian under that, chasing it down, but not before number 99, Jacob Woodward, is able to get there first. Disc goes through the middle. Nice work, small passes. They're looking long, holstering this time. Comfortably in the hands of the handlers. It goes long, goes wide. Up the field to number 15, and it's a long shot. It's floating. Mauao Mounties are underneath that. And that's a great D by number 34, Ben Alba. Mauao Mounties picking up. They've tried sending it long. Donut have had players underneath that last time. Will they continue to try work it long, or are they going to go play short? Great intercept by Max Stevenson of Donut. They're close to their end zone. Do they have the patience to work it in? Number 99, who got the D down the other end, swings it back to Noah Hayes in the middle. Swinging it across. Look, Max Stevenson looking down. He finds a player at the back of the end zone. Number 15, Ashton Reed. That brings it to 7-7. A long point coming out after halftime. And Donut will be thrilled to have the momentum of the opening, have the momentum coming back from being down. It's been good to see both teams stretching the field, using those long options. And definitely putting the pressure to make those throws pinpoint, to make those throws accurate, and to time them right. Donut are really saying, if you let that disc hang too long in the air, we're going to send one of our players down underneath it. still got a bit of wind, bit of a crosswind at the moment going across the field. Interesting to see how that's going to affect things. Pull goes up, it's hanging nicely, good distance into the hands of Jordan Campbell. Mauao Mounties looking for a quick start. They've gained a couple of meters using their handlers. Swings to Sam Masters. Mauao Mounties responding with their horizontal stack, but there's a drop. This gives Donut a chance about 2/3 of the way up the field, close to their end zone. They're looking downfield. Finds Noah Hayes. Beautiful inside-out shot into the hands of Ashton Reed, who I think scored the last one. Donut coming out fiery after half-time. That's 2 in a row. Mauao Mounties are really going to have to lift their energy if they want to put a stop to this momentum. Look at that replay. Sees his player. Beautiful inside-out shot. Gets it through the stack. Donut will be happy with that. Exciting to see a team of such young players. Players coming out of Auckland. And having come through the under-20 program. Taking the time on their line, figuring out their next move. We've got Brianna Murgatroyd with the pull. There's a hand. Disc goes up. Solid pull. You can see it bobbling in the wind, making it float. Quick start by Mauao Mounties to Jordan Campbell. They're keeping their horizontal stack, giving them lots of space down. They're looking long, but the players are just too far away. Oh, a shot over, trying to get into the middle of the field, doesn't quite come off. That unpredictable wind just meaning the disc hits the ground. Donut picking up. Goes high, but brought down by Jacob Woodward. Swung to Bree, goes across the field into the... That's nice work between the hands. It's high, it's floating, and Jordan Campbell makes sure it's going to ground. Here we go. We've got Mauao Mounties in their horizontal stack. Disc swings to the middle. We've got those middle people in the stack working hard. Doesn't come off this time. Slips through the fingers of number 26. Donut, they're close to the end zone. Break throw sits nicely up. Back to the hands of Jacob Woodward. There's a hammer. It's sitting in the corner. Brought down by number 15, Ashton Reed, I think for his 3rd this half. That's a nice play. Donut have really found their rhythm. They've figured out how to work it around the end zone. And that's 3 in a row. We'll see that again to Jacob Woodward. He sees it, puts the hammer up, it floats nicely. Lots of time for Ashton Reed to get under it. Not without pressure from the defense though, who are gaining quickly on his shoulder. Beautiful shot. Nice footwork as well to make sure it stays in. Timeouts being called. Both teams having to think. This will be Mauao Mounties' attempt to stop Donut's momentum. They'll be thinking about how can they stop Donut. They'll be thinking about what can they do to make their horizontal stack work better. We've seen there's lots of space in their stack. We've seen they're getting it through to the middle, but a couple of unforced errors. Maybe this is a chance for them to take a deep breath, resettle their nerves, get rid of those jitters, so when they come out after this, each catch will be secure. Donut, I'm sure, will be happy for a break, with their small roster, but also they'll be thinking about how can they keep up this momentum, keep up this pressure. They'll want to go out, get the next one, get in Mounties' heads, and take this one home. So yeah, this is looking like Donut's half. For most of the first half, we saw Mauao Mounties were ahead, but Donut now pulling into the lead. Donut is the 8th seed, whereas Mauao Mounties is the 9th. So we'll have to see at the end of this game how good those seedings were. Sun's coming out again. It's really hot here at Papamoa. And this is the first game of the day. It's only going to get hotter and more tiring for the players from here. Big cheer from Mauao Mounties. They're trying to build up their intensity, trying to bring the energy. This is where we're really going to see the grit they talked about as being one of their team values, needing to pull through here. I'm sure they'll want to get a point back this half. They'll want to respond to Donut. Mauao Mounties ready. They're walking to the line. Donut still having a chat. And here we go, both teams ready. Mauao Mounties are looking pretty ready on the line. Donut's still figuring a few things out. Will be interesting to see what Mauao Mounties are going to do. Are they going to stick with their horizontal stack, or are they going to go back to the vertical that worked for them in the first half? Disc goes up from Brianna Murgatroyd. Sits, floats, gets to about 2/3. That's Adrian picking up. High swing, brought down by number 4, Chris Nixon. Good vision to see it was dropping. We've got, another drop by Mauao Mounties. They're certainly feeling the pressure of Donut's 3 points in a row. Just saw Donut pull out what looked like another zone, more of a two people at the front. It goes long, it's floating. Noah Hayes is under it, brings it down. No defense in sight. What a shot. And that's a cute celebration. Here we see Jacob Woodward puts it up. He puts it long, it floats. Noah Hayes is underneath. Mauao Mounties see they don't have a shot. And that brings the score to 10-7. Mauao Mounties, I'm sure, were hoping to come out and score that one after taking the time out. Donut saying, no, you're going to have to work harder than that. So Donut will be coming out on defense. Will we see that zone again? Is the other big question. Sideline's pretty quiet at the moment, lots of focus. But maybe we need some more energy. Maybe we need to see some more intensity from Mauao Mounties if they want to stop Donut's momentum. Pull goes up. It's floating nicely. And here we go. Mauao Mounties picking up quickly. We're seeing a zone. This looks quite flat at the moment. Probably a form of arrowhead. Here we go. We see the arrowhead starting to form. Goes around to Adrian. Adrian finds a player downfield. Good footwork by number 13. They're on the sideline. They're swinging back. Jordan Campbell in the middle. Over the top of the zone. Was that a scuba? Disc goes up. It's wobbling. Brought down by Max Stevenson of Donut. After all Mauao Mounties' hard work to get it around the zone, they're going to have to get a turn and they're going to have to work it back again. Looks like Mauao Mounties are responding with a quite poachy defense on the handlers. Ooh, Donut trying to offload it. It doesn't work. He gets, goes to ground. Jordan Campbell picking up. It's a quick break. Up into the hands of number 13. Mauao Mounties will be happy with that. That's Timothy Thompson bringing down the point, getting Mauao Mounties their first point after half. Another timeout has been called. Interesting, called by Donut this time. Interesting to see what they want to talk about, what they want to see, what they can bring to this game. The sun is out. It's really hot. Both teams are going to need to keep fighting right to the end of this game. We saw Mauao Mounties were ahead in the first half, but as soon as their energy dropped, Donut was able to come back, fight, get their 2-point lead. So both teams are really going to need to keep fighting until the very end. Big cheer from Mauao Mounties. They're trying to keep their energy up. Their cheer was dominate. That's what they're aiming to do, aiming to come out, get a D, get another point. Donut responding with a loud donut. We've got Nikki White with the disc. She's looking to pull. We've got a hand from Donut, ready to go. No, I was wrong. The disc's being passed to Jordan Campbell. Disc goes up. It's a low pull, but it gets distance down the field. Mauao Mounties working hard to get down there. We're seeing a side stack now from Donut for lots of space in the middle for Jacob Woodward. Disc is swung. Oh, and what a bid by Mauao Mounties, coming right over the shoulder. Is there going to be a call? Just discussion. If there was going to be a call, I think it'd be a foul. After the discussion, the call is retracted. The disc will be tapped in with Mauao Mounties getting possession. That D was by Ben Alba. And is this the domination Mauao Mounties wanted to show? Wind just picks up. The offload doesn't quite come. Disc is swung to Ethan Craddock on the far side. Back to the middle. Mauao Mounties on the shoulder of every pass here. They want the turn, they want the point. It's a big force. This goes through the middle. Finds the hands of Toby Fleming. This goes up. It's sitting nicely. There's 2 players under it. Who's going to be there? Neither of them by the looks. Just sails out the back of the end zone. Mauao Mounties now with the chance to get the point. To keep breaking Donut's momentum. Donut will be working hard. Here, they want this one. We're seeing Mauao Mounties responding with their horizontal stack, giving them lots of space deep and in the middle. Looking a bit static in the middle now. We're seeing some poachy defense in response from Donut. Finds number 31, and he sends it long. It's sitting, it's hanging, and hangs just long enough for Jacob Woodward to look up and knock it to the ground. It was a good look by number 31, Braden Fletcher. But with this wind, these long shots can be tricky. Finds Brianna at the sideline. There's someone going long. Brianna's put floats just a little too far away for Donut to get. Mauao Mounties now picking up from the sideline. We've got 3 handlers back there, horizontal stack. Swings to the middle of the field. Nikki White's in lots of space. Almost run over by her own teammate. Goes high, but just a little too far. Lots of turns this point. Donut handler Toby Fleming looks like he's signaling to his team to take it slow, to have some patience. Goes in, finds Woodward. Toby Hayes is deep. Will he use that option? Sends it backwards. And finds Brianna at the sideline. That's good movement across the width of the field. Brianna's looking upwards. She's finding her reset. Mauao Mounties are not making those resets easy. And it's another hammer. It goes long, it goes high, and it goes to ground. Mauao Mounties now with the chance to work it down. Both teams working really hard for this point. Mauao Mounties swings, and it's a long shot. It's low though. It's low and fast, and too far for number 31. Braden Fletcher to chase it down. Donut now towards their end zone. They're gonna have to do some work to get it back. Low, and what a bid by Jordan Campbell. Just goes up, it's floating, it's high. There's Braden Fletcher underneath it, bringing it down for Mauao Mounties. Once again, we're seeing Mauao Mounties' ability to pick up and go, to get there before the defense is set. That brings the score to 10-9. Are we going to seeing the replay? It goes up, it's sitting, it sits high in the wind, but Braden Fletcher is able to get there first. That throw came up from number 34, Ben Alba, I think. 10-9, Mauao Mounties really pushing Donut. We saw so many layout bids. We saw Mauao Mounties on the shoulder of every single Donut player, really saying, this is our point. We're going to get the turn. We want to dominate, like they said for their cheer. Little pep talk by Jordan Campbell to his line, who's going on. We've got Nikki White with the pull, I think. Everyone looks the same. Call from the sideline saying watch out for longs. We know Donut like to put it long, whether that's with a forehand, a backhand, or even a hammer. Donut signaling they're ready on the line. Pull goes up. Sits nicely but rolls. Just lands in. Max Stevenson picking up for Donut. Finds Jacob Woodward in the middle. We've got Brianna on the far side. Break throw up the line to Noah Hayes. Number 18 free on the open side. Oh, and that throw comes off a little too low. Doesn't quite get up. Quick break, and then Mauao Mounties putting it long, taking one out of Donut's playbook. Jacob Woodward just able to reach over the shoulder of Annalise Pooley and bring that one down. They're going quickly. Oh, a run through D almost sends the disc to ground. Disc floats up. Huge scramble of players underneath. No call. Mauao Mounties to pick up. About 15, 20 meters from their end zone. They're looking long. Big wide swing across the field to number 26. She finds a player. They're on the sideline. Oh, and Annalise Pooley in the corner sees an option. Wynn just pushes that disc down. Donut to pick up right in the corner. That wind is going across the field, making it just even harder to work out how it's going to affect these throws. Disc swings, finds the middle. Donut are looking quite static. Disc goes up. Beautiful read in hands from number 77, maybe 73, Jess Cook. Swings. Could have sworn Mauao Mounties had a hand to that, but not enough to stop. Long shot, it's low, and it's deed. Great awareness by number 4, Chris Nixon. It's in his hands. He's at the back. Resets it. Tink looking comfortable, floating it up into the middle to number 84. He's looking for an option. It goes high. Brought down again by Annalise Pooley, and it's a long shot. That's Nikki White underneath it. Oh! But a drop. Unfortunate in a high-stakes, close game. Well, I guess it's only the first game of the tournament, but close game like this with huge intensity, those kind of errors can really get in your head, can really upset the way you play the rest of the game. Lots of nice support from the sideline though, saying, Mauao Mounties, we can get it back, we can work hard, we'll have another shot. Donut picking up the disc on their end zone line. We're seeing their vertical stack again. Noah Hayes going under, gets the disc, swings backwards. They've got options. Seeing quite a flat mark from Mauao Mounties trying to stop the log. It doesn't work. 2 players underneath the disc. Noah Hayes bringing it down. He's proven time and time again he can read it. He can bring it down. Now veteran call. He wants a timeout. No, it was a different call. There's discussion. Soft cap, I think the call is soft cap has been. Timeouts are not allowed. He's going to have to settle. He's going to have to reset. Goes backwards to Jacob Woodward. Looks off an option. What's he looking for? Goes wide to Ashley Donaldson. Back to Jacob Woodward. Got up the line to Brianna Murgatroyd. She gets it. Good hands. One-handed grab. Taking it back to the middle of the field. Donut showing good patience. They're not afraid to go backwards if they need. Swings to the middle of the field. Noah Hayes. Number 73 marked out by number 66. Finds Brianna Murgatroyd. It's high, but she brings it down. Good hands. She's looking for an option. Oh, and that reset doesn't quite come off. Bit of shoulder-to-shoulder contact there. I think we're really seeing the pressure that Mauao Mounties are putting on. They're stopping those long options Donut have been looking for, and they're putting the pressure on that reset. Mauao Mounties finds a swing. Annalise Pooley gets it downfield into Timothy. Oh, bounces out of the hands, but re-caught by Chris Nixon. Swings to number 30. Up the field. They've got players long. Oh, but a quick shot through the middle doesn't pay off. Donut are looking tired. Discs in. They're looking for their classic long shot. It's not coming. It goes high. Ashley Donaldson's under that, brings it down. On the sideline, Jacob Woodward. He's shaking his head saying that long's not on. Finds an up the line bid. Mauao Mounties on the shoulder, laying out, putting their body on the line, and it's only the first game. Back to the middle. Huge sideline here from Mauao Mounties. They want it back, swings across. Jacob Woodward, he's looking downfield. He doesn't want to reset. Finds Noah Hayes. There's someone in the corner. Doesn't come off. Looking back for that reset. Good hands. That could have been a turn. Finds Brianna. She takes it down even though it's high. It's a high shot. There's two people underneath it. And Mauao Mounties bring it down. That's Key1 Lim with the D. Injury called. Won't affect the turn. Donut figuring out who's replacing their injured player, and we've got Mauao Mounties going to take this advantage to get some fresh legs on the field. Just shows that in this win the disc can sit up and anyone can get underneath it, and Mauao Mounties, their persistence on D paid off. Mauao Mounties with the disc. Two handlers back at the moment. Finds Annalise Pooley in the middle. She sends it through, but it just goes high. Bounces out of the hands of Timothy Thompson. Donut now to pick up. That's Jacob Woodward walking to the disc. Finds an up the line shot to Noah Hayes. Quickly back to him. They're on the sideline and the hammer goes. It's floating and brought down by Ethan Craddock. Big celebration by Donut. Oh, looks like back on the field there's a player down. And that is game. 11-9 to Donut. They'll be thrilled with that, having really brought it back in the second half, shown that they can bring the intensity, they can keep the intensity up through the game, and they're going to fight until the very end. Mauao Mounties will be wondering what happened to their lead they had in the first half. But that is game. Next on we have AUUC Flow versus Tough Cookies. Yeah, what a game to open the tournament with. There were layout bids, there were long shots, there were zones. Awesome to see both teams really fighting for it, really saying they wanted this game, but eventually going to Donuts. Mauao Mounties will be looking to bring it back in their next game. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you here for AUUC Flow against Tough Cookies.
right now. He's going to have to bid. Just a football.
Huge layout block. Unbelievable stuff on the front corner of the end zone.
Maybe just that boost of energy they needed.
Huge swing pass and a great